need to get him something for his birthday.
He's so hard to shop for.
I know.
Let's get him like tools or something.
No, Joe, he already has all the tools known to man.
What about a shirt?
Yeah, shirts are easy if he didn't wear circus tent size shirts. They're hard to find.
Yeah.
God dang it. You know what? Go ask him for money. We'll figure it out later. Yeah, go ask him for money.
All right.
Go.
Hey, Dad, can I borrow some money?
For what?
School supplies.
Wait, isn't it May? And aren't you almost 40?
No. Sweet. Thanks, Dad. Okay, I got the money.
Okay, I think I have the perfect gift.
Yeah, me too. He needs a new calendar. He doesn't even know what month it is.
What?
Stupid.
No, no, a wallet, Joe. Look at how giant that thing is. An extra wallet, too.
But he's got a lot of stuff. What happens if that was too small?
He needs to slim down, and plus, Extra has plenty of other dad-sized wallets as well. It's the perfect gift. Let's do it. Yeah, okay. Hey guys, we just got back from Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse, directed by Joaquin Dos Santos, and bringing us back to the Sony animated universe that still has the Spider-Man license. And man, it's been a long time since I didn't realize this. I had to look up the date. Because of what happens in this film. I'll get to it in a second, but it's been a while. That first film came out in 2018. Here we are in 2023, so 5 years later. Was it worth the wait? How was it? Well, it was amazing. It was amazing for me. I think pretty much every single aspect was fucking amazing. We had great performances. We had a good emotional resonance, and the animation. My God, the animation! Like all of my complaints about the stop motion kind of thing has faded away because it's so colorful. It's so creative. It's so high energy. When you have good characters like this, good performances, good animation, everything running at the highest level, and some good action, a lot of that stuff, it kind of just melts away. Now, there's one thing I got disappointed at the end. I was not prepared for the ending, so we'll save that for the spoilers, but let me just say that this is apparently a motherfucking trilogy, and I didn't realize it. Now, when I saw that screen at the end, I was like, motherfucker, you know, I'm a fan of very, finished, incomplete stories. This is a continuation. I guess think of it as Empire Strikes Back kind of thing that Star Wars had. However, I got very upset at first. I'm lowering the score, and then I did some research because I'm like, God damn, I have to wait another fucking 5 years to see this thing. Apparently, it says that there is Spider-Man Beyond the Spider-Verse. This is Across the Spider-Verse. Apparently, there's Beyond the Spider-Verse, and it is next year. It is March 29th. 2024. So we won't have to wait long for essentially, I guess, the conclusion. I don't know if they plan more after this, but I wasn't prepared for that. So for me, I was like, oh my God, this is great. And oh my God, are we going to, like, how are they going all in? And then it's, yeah. What? Like, I was really, really into it. So other than that, I really, really enjoyed it. What did you guys, and I think it's the best Marvel adjacent. Well, it is Marvel.
It's the best Sony film.
You know what?
It's the best Sony film.
Oh, that's
Sony
such a low bar. The Sony.
And,
you haven't seen Craven yet. You don't know.
It's true.
Well,
I don't have high hopes for that one, but
right.
Sony Animation is way kicking ass.
Mobius and Craven and all that other stuff. So we'll see. But this one was great. What do you guys think?
I fucking love this film. It was so fucking good. I'm telling you to go out and watch this. This is a must-go see in theaters. I love the action. Is high intensity. The characters had great chemistry. I felt the emotion with the parents and everyone.
Yeah.
The comedy was there. Everyone felt like a Spider-Man supposed to feel like. Other than
You engaged the whole way.
the entire time.
Just singing. Just
And I felt like I was like there was no drag for me. I loved every part of it. I believed the motives of everyone. There was nothing that took me out of my disbelief or anything like that. I think this is a great film. The only thing is like it sucks. I want to see the other one. I would give this a 10.
yeah.
But again,
The story's not done.
it's not done. I need to see how
to
it's
me,
if
that
it sticks the
kinda knocks it
landing.
down,
But
yeah.
right now, I think this is a fucking perfect film.
Yeah, it's fucking and that was already hard to do because I really fucking enjoyed the first fucking film. Did I give the first one a 10? I might have given the first one a 10, a 9 or a 10. So I'm gonna look that up. And Alex, what did you think?
I think it was wonderful. The only thing that I didn't like about this movie is not actually it was the trailers for the movie. Whoever designed or said what should have been in the trailers for this movie should be flogged, beaten, have their families taken away from them because they did such a disservice because this movie is incredible. Like, I loved it pretty much start to finish. I did know that this was a two-parter, but I kind of forgot, and I was like, wait a minute. We're spending a lot of time on some other things. How are we going to finish? Well, you're not finishing it, so I don't regret them spending all that time. And it can be a little self-indulgent, and they really flesh some things out and spend their time. I can see where some people may say it's bloated. I don't think so. It is overstuffed, but it's overstuffed with goodness. And so I really enjoyed it.
Whoa, this is I guess we wore the Spider-Man outfit. Damn, I
Oh,
should've said
man.
this, the Sony Spider-Man outfit. Anyways, I can't find it. There was this I'm doing scene counter scene instead of both of us in the same. I think it's like the first time we ever did that format. There's no score. But anyways, yeah, it was fantastic. I liked the Spider Society. I love
Like the Easter eggs was good.
Oh,
I want to
if
watch
you're-
the film
yeah.
again. Just to
I
see
couldn't
that.
pick them out. I'm a Spider-Man fan, and I just there's too many. I see what you're saying, overstuffed. This film might be too much for some people, but I don't see why, because it's just like it's all good. Even if you're not a fan of the Spider-Man stuff, I think the characters, the themes, family and relationships. There's a budding romance. There's responsibilities. There's saving loved ones. There's just all of it.
I
And-
forgot what it was like having an emotional response to an
Yeah.
animated movie because it's been so long since there's been a good animated
Right.
movie where the writers actually put a story and dialogue
was
in there.
gonna bring
And it
that
was,
up.
when
we
you
got
say
so much-
animated movie, what are you talking about?
I'm talking about
Puss in
how fucking,
Boots? Have you
how
seen Puss in
fucking
Boots?
terrible Super Mario still is
Oh,
to this
Super
day.
Mario.
And so this.
Damn.
And it's like,
Alex from
yeah.
the top row.
That movie had no story, it had no dialogue, it had no heart, it had no
Right.
anything, and it was just member berries. And
This is what we're saying as critics.
And so this was
Did it both.
filled with fucking member berries, and it was filled with touching dialogue and great moments. And it's so disappointing. It's one of the reasons I was so disappointed with that movie.
Super Mario's the best movie I've ever seen.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got a lot
Very
of heat
emotional.
for that one.
There's
Yeah.
a difference between giving you Easter eggs 1,000 times a second versus having a strong story with resonating moments.
Yes.
I think this film does both.
It really well. Really, really well.
How did Joe get taller than you, Alex?
Oh, if I sit up straight,
I told
and
him to sit on the floor.
yeah, I put
Oh,
it.
you told him to sit on stage. You look
Yeah,
taller.
yeah.
It looks
God.
better like
Yeah,
this.
It looks like very
good
short.
like this. But that's one of the reasons why I was so disappointed. Like watching this, I was sitting there kind of like with that shit. It's like, this is how you do it. And it was just so, I don't want to bring up another movie in this movie review, but I'm going to, because how do you have the guy who wrote fucking Lego Batman fuck up Super Mario so
I
bad?
already forgot about Super Mario because I was like, wait, animated movies? There are still
Oh,
that have some.
yeah.
Puss in Boots, I never got to review it. I never got to talk about it. Puss in Boots Last Wish was fantastic. One of the better films.
But it doesn't matter. They made $1 billion.
They made $1 billion.
Right,
Yeah.
right. So that's what I was saying. Hopefully that film will get better, but we'll probably, I don't know. We'll see. Yeah. Anyways, so yeah, there's really not a lot of faults in this film. Other than the fact that it just smashes at the end, and then you get the black
You're like,
screen,
"All right,
and
let's
then
go."
let's go.
Oh,
and
no?
then this film is blatant about it. It does not even. It just cuts off, and you're done. And I'm like, God damn, that third film is going to be just a big climax.
I hope so.
The entire
I hope
time.
so.
If that's amazing, then I'll give it a 10
doesn't
out
love
of
a big
10.
climax?
Just a huge old climax the entire time. That gets me excited. March 29th, but I really liked this one. I thought the music was integrated. I thought the style, the
Yes.
characters, the Spider Society. So in the Spider Society, everybody was interesting. My man, there was one of them that kind of got,
That you didn't like or what?
yeah, he kind of got done dirty. Do you know which one I'm talking about? Scarlet Spider. He
Spider,
got-
yeah.
I
kinda
liked
got
Adam.
done.
Yeah.
Adam Sandberg. He's
Yeah,
funny.
it's Andy Sandberg.
Andy.
But yeah, and he has some fans. This is the Spider's like a generic clone of Spider-Man, but I mean he's got
Ben
some fans here.
Reilly.
He's kind of like a dumb idiot, but he is funny. He provides
is, the
comedy
comedy.
relief kind of thing. We have Spider-Woman, Jessica Drew version. She's pregnant, but that doesn't really go anywhere now that I think about it. Okay, so she's pregnant,
Yeah.
and she got a motorcycle, and she's hitting people with it. And then, of course, Miles Morales, who just continues to do a really good job. And I really establishing his presence as a Spider-Man. He has the powers that we've seen in the previous film is different from Peter Parker's powers. He uses those to great effect here, and just everything is integrated very well. They got Spanglish up in here because he's Puerto Rican, of Puerto Rican descent. And it ties into the
That's funny.
loss of family and loved ones that Spider-Man
Choices,
experiences and choices, and then nah, man, I fate, and I'm gonna fight against my fate, and I'm gonna do my own thing, and everybody telling me what to do, and I want to do what I want to do. But so as long as it's the right thing. If it's the wrong thing, then it's
Yeah.
we're gonna see. We're actually gonna see that in the third film, but all the way down to the villain, which I guess there's no real villain. There's the setup of a villain in the Spot character, which I really liked. It's kind of played for comedy relief at first. This guy, you're thinking maybe it can go either way. Maybe it's a nice guy. Maybe we can do this, but it just keeps getting more and more powerful, becoming a bigger and bigger threat. The Spot, and then I guess you could say that Miguel, is Spider-Man 2099 is a little
He's
bit
doing
of a
what feels is right. Yeah.
right, and then he kind of you've seen it in the trailer,
Yes.
getting the whole Spider-Man crew to go after him, and so that scene was fun. So those are your kind of battles and climaxes in this one, rather than beating up a villain and sort of taking care of stuff like that.
Yeah.
So I do hope they touch on some more with Miguel. They kind of tease some of the stuff, like kind of
What are you
ninja
trying to do?
vampire kind of thing.
Oh,
We got 2.5
his
hours
powers.
in another video.
So
of
we'll
a movie,
see.
so.
We'll see.
We'll see
his
if they
powers
do
and
some
stuff.
more of that. But I like him, and I thought he was portrayed well as a person that's got to do what he's got to do because of all the effects. You feel that this is one giant story. I mean, this literally picks up from and has after effects from the first film with Kingpin and the collider or the machine or whatever that is actually causing a lot of these problems in the multiverse or Spider-Verse. There's a few cameos. We'll talk about it in the spoiler section, but you get some cameos of different universes, including animated, live action,
All the Spider-Mans.
all sorts of stuff. So yeah, let's go with final verdicts.
I want to give it a 10, but again, the story's not complete, so I'm gonna give it a 9. We'll see how this goes.
You can give it an asterisk at the
Yeah,
end.
this is
So
a little
9 with an asterisk.
We'll see how it goes, but right
Okay.
now this is a fucking great film. I love the animation. I love the voice acting. I think everyone did a great job.
I forgot to mention, Oscar Isaac is Miguel. So
Yeah.
he does a great job.
Yeah,
at
they
voice
all-
acting. Not every actor can transfer over into voice acting, but he does a good job. So.
Yeah, I love that. I like the story that's unfolding so far, and again, the animation. I like Spot, like his evolution. He's getting more menacing,
Mm-hmm.
and his design is pretty fucking cool.
Yeah, it's like, how the fuck do you fight this?
Yeah.
Okay.
So 9
Yeah.
with an asterisk.
I'd-
Going for a 10.
I didn't know we could do that, so I'm gonna do that as well because I was
It's
also
not
struggling.
complete.
I was
It's not
struggling between the
complete.
two, and I wanted to like round up
Yeah.
because it did such a good job. But I completely agree with you
No,
that
you're actually right. You can't do that.
It feels like the story is at this point not necessarily complete, and it's hard to judge. And man, I really want to.
I mean, that's the way it was with Empire Strikes Back. The story's not complete. This one cuts off. Empire
didn't
Strikes
review that
Back
one.
Yeah,
had an
we didn't
ending.
review that one though.
This one had an ending, whereas Empire has an ending. This one kind of cuts off. I mean, it's got an ending, but
It's not.
they needed to probably do a little bit more at the end to kind of give you that satisfaction.
Yeah.
bow at the end type,
Like I
type
said,
thing.
it's still.
It
okay,
definitely
so-
affects the score, especially when you market it this way. Because look, I fucking forgot, or I don't know. I don't even remember. I don't even know
They
if I
said it.
know.
They said it
It was
before.
part 1, and then it
I
was
forgot.
a part
I
2.
forgot.
You forgot. I
Yeah.
forgot too. But they're doing that shit on purpose. Because if they did part 1, they know people would be like, "Well, I'm not gonna watch part 1 until part 2's out." They would lose a little bit of tickets. So what they did is they said across the Spider-Verse and beyond the Spider-Verse in order to get everybody to come out. Because I even heard people in the theater, "Oh,
Yes.
oh," and there was a clapping, and I guarantee you, and Joe hates it when people clap, and I guarantee you that if it ended with the battle or whatever, and then it's satisfying, then people would have been clapping, there'd been no awe. So mass audiences are gonna be like, "Yeah, that was great," but so you're
Now
getting
you gotta-
this.
yeah, you gotta
it's
wait.
great, but part 2.
I know what they're gonna say too, because they'll be like, "Well, Fast X had a cliffhanger." I was like, "No, that's different."
Oh, that's right. So
that's different.
It was revealed in 2021 that it was being split
Yes,
into 2
in
films.
the
I completely
convention or
forgot.
something. Yeah. Well, it's a couple years, so.
But thankfully, we don't have to wait those 5 fucking years. So what would you do? With the asterisks, with no asterisks, we'll just remove the asterisks. 9.
Yes.
Okay.
I'm giving it a 9 right now for sure. I can definitely see this being a movie that in 10 months, me going, you know what? Now that I've got the whole story here
Right.
and see how they tied everything up together, give them both halves a 10, or you know, but even if they fuck it up in a year's time, I still probably would say that this one's a 9.
Yeah.
Yeah, for me, it pissed me off a lot. Walk out of the theater, I'm at 8, but I know later on I'm gonna be 9. You know, later on 9, 10. Because it was fantastic. I highly recommend you see it in theaters.
Yep.
Highly recommend you take your friends, family. Good for kids.
More
good for
of this.
adults. These guys get it. So this Sony animated, Sony live action. No.
What does it remind you of? It's almost
Say-
like DC, where you like the
DC,
people,
yeah.
the animateds are doing really well, and the live
Right.
action people don't know anything.
Yeah.
Maybe
So
one day they'll work together.
Beyond the Spider-Verse, March 29, 2024. Apparently, Sony began developing a Spider-Woman in November 2018 that would focus on 3 generations of female Spider-related characters and doing a spin-off. Said that, and then the direct Jessica Drew, Spider-Woman, said Across the Spider-Verse would serve as a launching pad for it. And that this film would focus on the characters Gwen Stacy, Cindy Moon Silk, and Jessica Drew Spider-Woman. I don't really see that. You know, we'll see if that spinoff is still happening. I forgot to mention in this review, Gwen Stacy as a character is featured far more than I thought she was. She is definitely a main character. She's as much a protagonist as Miles Morales, and all of her segments. Whereas it could have not worked, it works very well here. And then it could have not worked in the sense that we've seen this story before 1,000 times because they're all Spider-Man. They all kind of echo each other. It rhymes. It's like poetry, right? But it does work, so I wanted to give credit to Gwen Stacy in this. And then finally, a manga spinoff, May 29th, 2023, so that was recent. It was announced that a manga spinoff, Spider-Man Octopus Girl, what? I didn't see no octopus girl in there. Will be written by these guys and Shoujin Jump. It's gonna be a show. The story revolves around Dr. Octopus, who falls into a coma and has been reawakened in the body of a young Japanese middle school.
What?
Always. The
What?
Japanese, they're crazy. So what?
So an old man wakes up in a girl's body.
So we're getting, I guess we're getting
Or-
we're getting some some wacky spin-offs.
Huh.
So Spider-Man, Octopus Girl, and then the other spin-off is the Spider Women. Oh, it's actually the film is called Spider Women and not Spider Woman. Women referring to all three. But honestly, shit,
Bet your dollar it's better than what is that shitty one with the Marvels? I bet your dollar it's better than the Marvels.
Oh, the Marvels.
The Marvels, yeah. So they said that film will focus on Gwen Stacy. They focus on Gwen Stacy here. Anyways, so that's going to be it for the main review. You can join us in the spoiler section for all the nitty-gritty. Oh, and do not forget, check out Extra, guys.
Father's Day's coming
Day.
up. It's
Go ahead.
over 30% off right now. There's a great bundle where you can get yourself an AngryJoe wallet. You get your dad a normal, really nice leather wallet, extra wallet, plus the tracker cards and everything else. Also, just tons of other stuff on sale right now. So if you order now, it'll be here before then.
Yep.
We'll see you in the spoiler section. Hey guys, welcome to the spoiler section. So essentially what we're talking about is so Spot is gaining power once he kicks his own ass because he falls in, all of his spots fall into him and he falls into
loses
them.
spots
And he's in a spot universe essentially. But he realizes he can visit other universes, visit Lego universe, visit.
That was good. I
Yeah,
like
I
that.
knew you'd
one,
like
too.
that. And that was actually the first Spider-Man that was like, oh shit.
Yeah,
shit's
Lego
about to
Spider-Man.
go
He's
down.
like, you're the best Peter I've got.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he goes, beep, beep. He makes the noise because I guess in the Lego universe there's no electronics.
Yeah.
But they work anyway somehow. So that was a funny joke.
Yes.
And he basically is gathering power, and by the end, he's going to kill Miles Morales' father, who is becoming captain, and this has happened in other universes, so it's possibly going to happen here. And so the whole story is Miles Morales is like, nah, fuck you. I'm not going to just let my dad die. I'm going to try to save my dad. And they're like, no, don't save your dad because these things happen.
It's a
and
fixed point in time.
And he's like,
Yeah.
fuck you. I'm going to do it.
Yeah.
So go ahead.
The trailer gave literally if you watched one or two trailers, and this is something I was worried about coming into this movie, is they gave every single thing in this movie away. You know that the spider people are against Miles. You know Miles is trying to fight fate. You know all the other things. And so it's so fucking disappointing because this movie is so good but I didn't get to go in there with like a freshness, like fresh eyes, because it's like, oh, I know he's gonna be the bad guy.
Yeah.
I know that he's gonna try to save his dad. I know that he's gonna. It's just like it. I just wish they would
That's
stop
the problem
fucking
with
doing
watching
it.
like 3-4 trailer
Yeah.
reactions.
Yeah, but we only watched like one or two, and when we see all the damn movies. But yeah, the movie actually opens up mainly on talking about Gwen. The first 20 minutes would you say is like Gwen's story and her like uneasy relationship with her dad because dad's police captain and she's Spider Gwen, and he's trying to arrest her, and he thinks that she killed Peter Parker in that universe. So.
And it's a little stupid when she reveals herself, I'm your daughter, because he's got his gun drawn, and he's really mad. And she's like, I'm your daughter. And he still has his gun drawn, and he's still really mad because she lied. It's like, I hate this whole thing, you lied thing. It's like, he's like, by the way, I didn't murder Peter. I'm your daughter. I don't murder my friends. And he's like,
It's like, I
you're
didn't
under
know-
arrest.
I didn't know it was
You have
Peter.
the right to remain silent. I was like, shut the fuck up. But I get it. Movies have to teach this lesson to children that you don't lie to your parents and you don't lie to your friends. It's a good message, but come on, there's some
Good message.
exceptions. There are exceptions, and I'm tired of movies being like, there's no exception. And same thing with Miles Morales. He doesn't want to tell his mom and his dad because his reason is even stupider. He didn't kill his friend or his potential love interest. He just thinks they're not going to love him anymore if he says that he's Spider-Man and he lied to them.
And his dad in this universe,
idiot.
his dad actually likes Spider-Man. Like they hang out and
Yeah.
talk, and so it's like the dad would be like,
That's
oh,
a good moment too.
yeah. But
In
it's
this
like,
film, they do that.
yeah, it's even dumber that Miles doesn't want to like tell his parents, but whatever.
So I guess that is one dumb part I forgot, but I want to mention it here. And then what else? Miles basically gets a little bit of help from a few of the Spider Society. They're starting to feel the feels in them, and there's maybe we're doing the wrong thing. Are we bad guys? Are we good guys? So Spider Punk, who is a cooler guy than him, and kind of, I guess there's a Gwen thing with him. Like she stays at his house, and
weird.
and they don't ever really go into it. But I guess maybe she had a relationship with him, and so Miles
gets
is kind of jealous of that. But they don't do anything. They don't go in that direction. But he does help out. He's kind of punk. He's like, well, why are you even working? He's like, shut up. I don't know what he says. He says something. He's like, look, I got it. It's for my band. It's for my drummer, mate. Something like that. And then, but he does help him to fight the system and ultimately fight against Spider-Man 2099. There's this big machine, spider, creepy machine that stabs you and grabs your DNA and sends you to the universe you're supposed to be in. And so Miles fights his way to this machine and manages to convince a few people. He convinces there's this Avatar chick who is in control of everything. She could have just shut down the machine. She didn't because she felt for him because he looked at her nicely one time. And then you got the punk helped a little bit. Peter, his mentor, shows up with the baby. And he reveals that he kind of had a baby because of Miles. He was just inspired, and he wants to try to take care of something. Because, this Peter was kind of mopey, kind of fucked things up. But he's now has I don't know why he's so mopey. He's got, a pretty hot wife at home, and he's happy, it seems like, and he's got a kid. But now he's all happy, and he's trying to do his thing. And then you get a little help from Gwen. He feels betrayed by her because they talked about it before, that it is revealed that he is the original anomaly. And why, Alex?
So on Earth,
so they're capturing all the anomalies, and then he's the original.
Yeah, he's the
anomaly.
very first one because the spider that actually bit him was from a different dimension. It was ported in by Kingpin, and so Spot ports it in and it bites Miles. But that spider was meant for a Peter in a different dimension, and that dimension has completely and totally gone to shit. And I mentioned it's like you because of you, the Peter in the original universe died, and that world is shit, and it's all your fucking fault. I mean, it's not his fault; he didn't purposely do it, but it's like you're the thing that we're fighting against, all these anomalies.
Yeah, and so that's why he didn't want to let him join the super team. He's like, everybody can be in it but you, and he's like, oh man, because he really wanted
Nobody
to be
likes
in
you,
it.
kid.
Yeah, he lays into him and shit. He's like, I've been cleaning up your mess, and he's not wrong. But he is wrong.
Yeah.
So that's what makes it
You're
kind of
not wrong.
interesting.
You're an asshole.
Yeah, he's an asshole. And then we see a little bit of this fucked up Universe 42, which, when he fights everybody and gets in, tricks them, and gets transported back home, he finally gets the courage to run home, tell his mom that he's Spider-Man. But she's like, Spider who? What are you talking about? And at first I thought, oh, that's a funny joke. People in not everybody knows who Spider-Man is in the universe. That's kind of clever. But then I realized, wait a minute, no, because her father works with Spider-Man, and it is New York. They would definitely know who Spider-Man. And then I was like, oh shit, they are in the wrong universe because it's from the spider that bit him, 42, and Peter died there. So then his uncle bursts in, the Prowler, and you think he's like, oh, he's still a criminal lord, and he's like giving his mom money, and he's like, we gotta go. So he's a part of the criminal underworld, you can tell. And I knew right away that the Prowler isn't gonna be the guy who's gonna try to beat him up.
Also, mom's like, what'd you do with your
Morales.
hair? You had braids. I was like, this is the wrong one.
Right. So then it shows up, and he turns out that this Miles Morales in this universe is the Prowler. And he's like, hey, man, our father is going to die if you don't let me go. And he's like, your father. And he's like, yeah, man, I need your help. And he's like, why should I help you? And then, but he just stops there so they can do whatever they want to do.
His father's dead already, so he's like, yeah.
They can do whatever they want to do in the next universe. They can turn him into a good guy or have him do the heel turn, have him do the Vegeta, I guess. So there's this character there. They reveal, and yeah, so he's tied up and getting stopped, not beat up yet by the Prowler. And then Gwen gets a present from Spider-Punk because she gets her shit taken away by Miguel, and he's like, fuck you, go home, and because you're helping him and you suck too. And then she's like, I don't suck, I'm gonna help. And then the Spider-Punk sends her a transportation device, and she gathers a small spider team with characters from the first film.
First one.
We got Nicolas Cage. Hopefully he does come back for the final film. Noir Spider-Man. Got the Spider.
Pig
You got the lady.
anime.
Did you see
What's
the pig?
this? I didn't see the pig.
No,
I didn't see the
thought-
pig. I did see the anime
Yeah.
one. And then maybe one other character from the previous one
gonna
I
watch
didn't
it again?
notice. I'd have to watch it again. And then they do bring new ones, which are fuck.
So there was Indian Spider-Man.
Yes, the Indian Spider-Man
and
gets his own feature. Later on, they go into Mumbai Town or something
Yeah.
like that. I don't know what it was.
And then who else did he help in this one? He help anyone else? The
Avatar
Avatar
lady.
lady. Yeah, was there too.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So and then they jump forward, and then the fucking screen
ends.
smashes forward, and you're like, God damn it! Oh, and the Spot shows up, and he's like super powerful, and he's like all fucking ultra
I would take
instinct
everything away
Spot.
from you.
And it's gonna be a big battle, and then everybody go home, get out of the theater, get out, you go, clean your shit up, go. And I was like, but
nah.
I wanna to see the boss battle. And
No.
So that was the only bad part. Let's see. I think did you pick out any cool spider people? I picked out. I like the
T-Rex
spider.
is pretty fucking cool.
T-Rex is cool. I like the spider cat.
Yeah.
Spider cat. I think I saw the Spider-Man PS4, PS5,
Yes.
PS4,
Yes.
PS5.
It literally said Insomniac in
Yeah.
front of him too. Yeah.
Oh,
It said
it says,
Insomniac Spider-Man.
And then
Then
they were
the
playing Spider-Man the
vehicle-
Insomniac in his house. His roommate. He's like, I'm not gonna be your wheelchair guy. And he's like, take off my Jordans.
Spider Cowboy had a
Spider
shotgun
Cowboy.
that shot
Web.
and yeah.
And he caught him, but with his lasso or whatever, and he was riding on the horse, but he had to do the stupid, all right, on the count of 3, draw, and he's like, 1, and then he's like, but you didn't go to count of 3, oh, he falls
That was
off.
unfair.
But his horse keeps going, like, motherfucker, that guy, that Spider-Man is probably so attached with his horse, and there's such a partnership, the horse would have stopped. It's not the horse is a
Yeah, you
dumbass.
can't think about
And he keeps
anything
going.
because like Spider-Man as a hero doesn't make any sense because he can like sense the future,
Yes.
and like Miles can go invisible, so he could just gone invisible and they couldn't
There's
see him
a
anyway.
few times that Gwen, he could have done his invisibility
Yeah.
in any time. Gwen, and it seems as if the spider sense can't sense Miles when he's invisible. Also, that's what I was going to speak with Gwen. Her spider sense seems lessened. She doesn't have good spider sense with how many times Miles was around. But anyways,
So
what else?
once we get to the multiverse or whatever with all the spiders, you see all the villains as well. You see the Prowler with the Donald Glover.
that's
Donald
pretty
Glover,
cool.
So we
I
got
like that.
what is his name?
Childish Gambino.
Childish Gambino, and he is the Prowler in live action. So, well,
He's
he never got to
staring.
show up in any of the Morbius, and Craven. Maybe he's gonna show up in Craven. I don't fucking know.
That'd be cool.
Maybe. But he just gets a fun little cameo here. Maybe he knows somebody, or they're just like, I like this guy. I want him in my movie. He can be the Prowler from that universe.
And they got some regular rhinos. Then they got like a whole bunch of crazy villains. That was
Yeah,
pretty cool.
2D. There was like some 2D villains too.
That's
Yeah,
fine.
there's- yeah.
They do fight a vulture, so this is another action scene. This vulture's like a Da Vinci vulture
Yeah.
from the
Cool
fucking
art style,
architecture
again.
universe. Yeah, and he's like, I don't know what the fuck is going on, but I'm just gonna fuck shit up because I'm a bad guy. Yeah, so great visual style for all of the different kind of universes and things that people are from, and it makes sense. And we got the multiverse style. If you're not wearing the band on your hand, you
glitch out.
start to glitch out. Which he uses, a few times. He gets a baby day pass. Maybe these things will come into play in the final film. I don't know. Spot is also multidimensional. He doesn't need a fucking hand thing, so that's probably going to play into how he defeats Spot and how he can save his dad and not have to suffer, because the big thing of the universe is Miguel has to do this. He has to be the asshole because one time he was like, oh no, I lost my family, and then I found these multiverses, and then in one of the multiverses that guy's Spider-Man 2099 died, so then I went and took his place. But by doing that, everything started to evaporate and everybody started to glitch and they just glitched the fuck out.
Yeah, 10 million people died.
But it's never explained. So I guess an entire universe is destroyed. Wouldn't that set off any other heroes within the Marvel universe?
All
To be
of
like,
them.
oh shit,
Yeah.
what's going on? And Kang
Don't think
and
about
all
it.
these other. Okay, we're not thinking it's just only Spider-Man in this Sony's universe. So then he's like, never do it again. And so that's why he's fighting so hard. And
keep
so
everyone safe.
honestly, if that is legit,
Miguel's
then
right.
Miles
Yeah.
Morales is wrong. And when he saves his dad, he's going to kill everybody. But
Because it
the
actually
film,
did. Well, I don't know, because it did kind of happen in India. Because they're like, all right, your choice is to save your girlfriend or let the captain die. And he intervened.
And
then
Miles
the
intervenes,
big thing happened.
helps
He's
him
like,
to
well,
do
that wasn't
both.
me. That was Spot. And I was like, well, I don't know who to believe. So
So they do set that up to where you don't know.
Yeah.
It could be Spot that he's in this universe fucking shit up, or it could be the thing happening again. If I suspect that in the third film it's going to be revealed that Miguel did something and Miguel fucked it up, unknowingly fucked it up, and that's why that shit was happening. And you can take your fate because the whole this is a canon event. It's stupid.
They'll fix it.
Yeah.
Do you think that the Miles number 2 is going to become not a Spider-Man, but they're going to turn the Prowler into a good guy? That's the only thing I can think of is where it's just like, hey.
That's why he didn't like beat him up in this one. He is gonna fight in the third film. There's no doubt they're fighting. But then the Vegeta turn is what I.
Yeah, it's just like, hey, your world doesn't have a Spider-Man. Everyone else does.
As soon as he sees his father alive, even though because he lost his father, and clearly his father was revealed because it says rest in power,
Yeah.
and he's painted. So that will affect the Miles Morales Prowler from 42 if he does go into the other universe. Maybe it might beat up Miles, take his place, pose as Miles, or I don't know. He can't go invisible. He doesn't have some of the Spider-Man powers, but he could probably mimic it a little bit to fool somebody.
Yeah.
So, but that's all in the next film. I'm very excited for the next film. Very excited that I don't have to wait 5 years for it like I had to wait for this one. So that's hot, and we're looking forward to it. And my God, I'm buying this fucking trilogy on Blu-ray because I think if that third film sticks that landing, we're damn excellent. When the first Into the Spider-Verse came out, we had great Spider-Man stuff. It was a wonderful time because we had Spider-Man PS on the PlayStation, and then we had the movie. And now this time we had the movie, and then we're gonna have the game coming soon. So hopefully the game is good. So it's a good time to be a Spider-Man fan, and I think. If y'all don't know, my fourth favorite, because I always talk about my favorite superheroes: Superman, Batman, and Wonder Woman. You wouldn't know that Batman is my second favorite superhero.
Wonder Woman over Spider-Man.
Because the bad people are so annoying. They're like, oh, Batman could be Superman. That I always have to make it seem like I don't like Batman, but Batman is my second favorite, and that's very high. Then you got Wonder Woman, and then it's Spider-Man.
That's shocking
Yeah.
that you have Spider-Man below Wonder Woman. I never would have guessed.
Yeah, I do. And that's just my love of the DC universe and everything. I can't do it.
It's fine.
I'm cracking a little bit, especially because the movies and shit. But I gotta keep that Trinity intact, even though
You're holding on. You're holding on.
with all the great Spider-Man content, it'd be a crime not to do that because I think it would be Superman, Batman, and Spider-Man, then Wonder Woman. But it's just, you can't break the Trinity. So, anyways, what are y'all's? Give me top 5, or you don't.
Condiment
can you not do it?
Man.
Yeah.
Zebra
Man.
Rainbow Batman.
Like,
Or Rainbow Superman.
In no
Mini
particular-
Superman.
Obviously, Superman.
I know that.
Yeah.
So
Batman
there's
as
one.
well.
Yeah, okay. So then you just got to give me 3 more. That's all. You got to put Spider-Man in top 5.
Spider-Man in top 5.
Gotta put
Wolverine, because I always
like
watch so much
Wolverine, too.
Wolverine top 5.
Because X-Men the animated series, Spider-Man the
Yes.
animated
Yeah.
series, and then of course then I watch Batman the animated series and Justice
Yeah.
League, and so that is the
Yeah.
bulk of the
Wolverine's top 10 easy. So.
yeah.
That's just, and
I can
that's
see you.
top
Were you the one
Freakazoid.
were you throwing shit as Gambit? I can see you
Yes.
just throwing shit at people.
I dressed up as Gambit. It
Did
was
you?
a terrible
Yeah.
costume.
Yeah.
He did. Yeah. And Nightwing. I know
I
it's
did.
in top 10 is your Nightwing.
I know you like dick.
We'll figure this out, and we'll let you know if we can remember and beyond the Spider-Verse. Anyways, guys, thank y'all so much. Put your top 5 in the comments down below. I'm curious. And would you break up the Trinity? Of course you would.
Oh, yeah.
Everybody's going to do Spider-Man. In fact, they might do Spider-Man 1 or Spider-Man 2. Recency bias is very real, but I'm not taking recency bias. I mean, Superman dominated for fucking 40, 50 years. I'm all right. I'm not coping. It's not copium.
But
And
see,
it's
Superman Legacy. Superman Legacy might be amazing, right?
It's mug. Did you hear recently they announced the casting for Superman? They've cast the new Superman. It's Jonah Hill. Fuck!
The new Superman is Jonah Hill. Fuck!
All right. We'll see you guys on the next Angry Joe show.
Bye, guys.
Bye, guys.